you're watching Bryson's 24.2 attempt. This workout is a 20-minute AMRAP of 300-meter row, 10 deadlifts at 185 for guys, 125 for ladies, and then 50 double unders. Initial thoughts, pretty much just a pure 20-minute capacity test.
Yeah.
More hinging from the floor on top of week 1. I'm a little perplexed by that.
And jumping.
But, you know, I can't complain. It's not going to be a bad workout for me.
They did that the same year. They did the dumbbell snatch, box jump, wall walk. And then the next week they did deadlift and bar facing burpee.
Right.
Hinging and jumping.
And then the last week was that jump rope thruster workout, which is now, that's not going to be repeated because, but what they could repeat is they could repeat 21.3 without the heavy test, or they could do it with the heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, main just general overarching theme of the workout is 100% start out conservative. Anytime you have a 20-minute workout, you never want to start at a pace that you're unsure about. You want to start at a pace that you are 100% sure about, and that you can either get to minute 10, minute 8, and say, okay, it's going to be hard for me to hold this. That's going to be my goal. Or, okay, I can pick it up a little bit. I can push the transitions a little more, etc. And mainly that pace is on the rower for most people, but then also how deliberate you are with your transitions. So for example, you finish your row, you get off, you take 1 breath, 2 breath, start your deadlift. You finish your deadlift, you pick your jump rope up, 1 breath, then start your jump rope. If you can do that every round and you feel good, and then you get later on in the workout, you can push your transitions a little more, pick the row pace up a little more, etc. That's going to be the first big key to this workout.
Yeah, I think for me, only row as fast as you can keep immediate transitions or near immediate transitions. So like if you're, I could hold a 150 for the whole workout, but that means you're going to take 5, 6, 7 seconds before you start doing deadlifts and then before you go to your jump rope. It's just not worth it. Like row 1 or 2 seconds slower on your rower pace and then be way quicker on your transitions. You get way more time.
Right. So moderate pace that you know you can hold, sustainable pace to start, and then very deliberate transitions. Never wasting time with transitions. They just add up so much over 20 minutes. Definitely switch grip to deadlift, even switch grip and hook grip potentially, you know, just anything to make it easier. Would also very much so recommend setting your workout up rower, jump rope, barbell, just like in Bryson's video. That way you don't have to step over the bar. And then the last little bit of minutia, last couple bits of minutia, have somebody reset your rower if that's allowed. I haven't checked. So your
Boz did it for Justin.
Boz did it for Justin? Yeah. Okay, so reset your rower. Have someone reset your rower every round. And then make sure your jump rope lays in a nice U shape. You don't ever want to be fumbling with a tangled jump rope. So if you have a couple days to complete this and your jump rope's all knotted up, get a new rope. You know, it's just not worth fighting against your jump rope for the workout. And there's a place where, for instance, Colton lost 7, 8 seconds. That happens multiple times. Fucked. Screwed.
I think too, like, this seems like a really hingy blow up workout on paper, and like if you guys watched the Sevon podcast when I did it on there live, I was talking about, like, I was kind of worried about that, and it really never got super hingy for me. It was all grip.
Okay.
Which
That's
is
good to know.
And if it's not getting hingy for me, then it's definitely not going to get hingy for like someone who's not really worried about that.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Another thing I would think about is a breath cadence on the rower. So like for me, I like to breathe twice every stroke. Just like that. Probably gonna get made fun of for that in the comments, but that's just how I visualize. That's how I breathe on the rower. Also breathing every rep on the barbell, and then you try to relax a little bit on the double unders.
It was hard to row at the pace that I was holding. Like, it was the right pace for me, but I could catch my breath a little bit by focusing on my breathing pattern. And I was looking forward to the row each time, even though it hurt. It was the point in the workout where I felt like I could, like...
You were doing something cyclical that you... Okay.
Like, reclaim myself.
What else?
I mean, if dubs are an issue for you, don't go crazy, but maybe practice a little bit the day before.
Yeah.
Nothing that's going to make you sore or anything, but...
Yeah. An EMOM, 10 to 20 reps.
Yeah.
Also, if dubs are an issue for you, you consider breaking them from the start.
You could, yeah. Dubs are one of my best movements, and those weren't easy dubs. They weren't the hardest dubs I've ever done in a workout, but sometimes double unders are complete recovery for me, and those were not like recovery double unders.
I would think if you are challenged by 100 double unders unbroken, I would think about breaking them up 35-15 or 30-20. 35-15 is probably a little better. And then also potentially doing 5 or 6 deadlifts and then finishing out with singles every round if you know the deadlift is going to be really challenging for you. You know, there are going to be people who RX this workout that's a challenging deadlift weight for. If that's the case, you just want a rep scheme that's not going to have you staring at the bar for a prolonged period of time. You get right to the bar, you know you can do 6, you do 6 reps, you drop it, then you do a single, and finish with that cadence is probably a good approach.
I think that's if this deadlift does kind of intimidate you a little bit. I think if you're a guy and you have like over like a 385, 405 deadlift, you should plan to go unbroken.
For sure. Cool, good job. 9 rounds plus 23 reps.
Something close to that, we'll double check.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Dope.